So my question to you, I'll start from you, Dr. Awal, is do we need a new national dialogue? Putting in mind that in 2014, former President Goodluck Jonathan constituted a national dialogue and had representatives from across Nigeria, and they passed resolutions, which, of course, the resolutions have not been adopted by the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari. Yes, we also had the APC National Conference, you know, where led by Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai in 2018, which was delivered, you know, to the president, and it looks like we still haven't seen the implementation of that document. So, yet again, Nigerians are calling for a dialogue. Is that the way to go?
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Benga, once again. And then I think it's a double-edged sword. A double-edged sword in the sense that first we have a constituted authority as being constituted by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We have three tiers of government: the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. And everybody knows that discussions like this, debate or representation or issues that have to do with even the polling unit to the ward, to the constituency, and growing up nationally had to come through the National Assembly. That is where we have a representation. We have elected representatives, and constitutionally, they are the ones that are supposed to be deciding or discussing whatever issues, problems, or prospect that we are having from the lowest ladder of political arrangement to the highest ladder of our political arrangement. So if we have them by the Constitution, that is what is supposed to be done, and we are calling for another different arrangement that is unconstitutional, that is going to be a very big challenge to them. And that was why President Muhammadu Buhari never accepted or implemented the Jonathan's confab. Why? Because you will recall, and every Nigerian will recall, that when that body was constituted to discuss Nigeria, the National Assembly cried out that it is not the responsibility of any other person to discuss problems, prospect of Nigeria except them, because they are elected representative of the people. But Jonathan went ahead and converged that confab, and then the report came out. And President Muhammadu Buhari said, because it is not constitutional to do so, he is not even going to look at those documents. And he did it. You are right, there's the Nasir El-Rufai's committee, which was constituted by the APC. It's part of the APC's manifesto to do that, and they did that. And then he had a document which they presented to the party, as well as the party presenting to the president. Yes, you are correct. That has also not been implemented, because the man still believes that, when I say the man, I mean President Muhammadu Buhari still believes that the right channel should be followed. Even though he's a member of the APC, he's elected under APC, but now coming to become the president, he's not just talking about APC, he's looking at the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who does not permit for referendum or any national discourse. But you can manipulate your way if they want to do that. How do they do that? You can come with the concept of agreeing with the National Assembly and the executive coming together to put up a structure that will have the National Assembly representation and to be led partly by the National Assembly. That is what we call chairman and co-chairman. To be led partly by the National Assembly, and you can allow other Nigerians to come in and also be part of the other co-chair. Now come together with the representation of the National Assembly fully represented. That might possibly look like an arrangement that could be accepted constitutionally. They can always play around it. Lawyers can always play around that, because there's a membership. It is going to be constituted by the National Assembly in collaboration with the executive, then bringing in other Nigerians to come and discuss the issues. As you are aware, right now, as we speak, the National Assembly are going around the 36 states of the Federation discussing problems and possibly preferring solutions to the problems state by state. And they are coming back to the hollow chambers of the National Assembly to discuss this issue, and then a debate and agree or disagree over it, and possibly pass it into law and then send to the president for assent. So this is the situation right now. So in one sentence, yes, it is constitutionally not recognized for any president to arrange or put up anything that is outside National Assembly that will be discussing Nigeria, but you can do a joint venture to possibly work it out. Like I said, lawyers can always play around that.
All right, Joyce, Doctor, we're moving into 2023, and agitations like never before, you know, are beginning to have resurfaced. They are not beginning. I mean, we have had them for a while now. And the question on the minds of Nigerians have been, okay, some persons have said, we don't want to go. I mean, we don't want to be a part of this union anymore. Give us a referendum. Let us sit down and let's ask the people, do they want to continue to be a part of this union? Do you think, okay, you mentioned categorically that the Constitution does not provide for that.
That's it.
Hence, people have been saying we need to review the Constitution. So we go back again to the subject of Constitution review. Now, what is the ideal Constitution review that you envisage as a Nigerian?
Well, again, as Nigerians, we already have a constitution, so we'll be speaking about the constitution first before any other thing that we will want to have as Nigerians. So, I repeat, there is no room for referendum in Nigeria's constitution 1999. There's no room for that. That's number one. Number two, if there's no room, then it means you cannot do that constitutionally. If you go to US, if you go to any other country, maybe in UK where they don't really have a set constitution, but any other country that enacted a law that is the law that is going to govern the country, no president, no any individual can do anything outside that document. And for any president to constitute anything that is outside that document is already violating that document. So for you to have anything referendum coming together of Nigerians to discuss Nigeria and is outside that document, but that does not mean that I'm not saying we shouldn't do that or there's no need for that. I'm only referring to the document that we have right now that is used to govern us and govern the country. There's no room for that. Okay. And that was why I suggested, I'm trying to prefer a possible way out, that you could do that possibly without too much hindering on the constitution. That's why I said lawyers can play around it. First, you bring in those that the constitution saddles the responsibility of discussing issues that had to do with the review, as it is now ongoing constitutional review that the National Assembly is going around to discuss, so that to come back and look at it and review the constitution and bring in possibly what Nigerians are looking at, that they want to be, they want those things to be part of the constitution. That they are doing is the right thing they should do. That is what the document provides for, if you want to do the right thing in this country. But be that as it may, you can, like I said earlier, have an arrangement between the legislature and the executive. The legislature will be part chairing that committee or body or whatever you want to call it. Then the executive could also be have their own representative, or they will now go with Nigerians and get some Nigerians to be part chair of that committee that will now come in and discuss. It will now be like a public hearing kind of arrangement. What I'm looking at, I'm trying to make sure that whatever we do as a nation, we do not infringe or interfere with that, with what the document, the 1999 Constitution says, so that we don't do anything out of because we want to have a referendum, or we want to do a structural adjustment, or we want to do a power separation or power sharing or whatever you want to call it, and then interfere with the document, which will be wrong again, doing the wrong thing the wrong way at the wrong time. I was trying to look at the situation where you try to do, even if you look at it as a wrong thing, try to partially do it the right way at the right time in the right way.
If you are saying the document is perfect, if you are saying the document should not be touched in any way, you are therefore saying the document is perfect.
No, nobody is saying the document is perfect. If it is perfect, I guess other part of Nigerians wouldn't have been calling for adjustment or amendment or referendum. But then this is a document, like you rightly put at the initial stage, that it's been put together by Nigerians. And now the National Assembly are going around asking Nigerians, talking to Nigerians to bring in their input. You even told us that you have even gave your own contribution, which means you have already aired your view, opinion, and your wish or want as for that document to be. So you have already done that. It is the responsibility of the constituted authority that the Constitution provide that power to do, to look at those your document and the document that other Nigerians submitted during this hearing, and then put it in perspective, debate it, because it is not just what you want that will be done. That's why you have a representative.
I'm sorry to cut you here.
Go ahead.
Now we have a situation in this country, And one of that situation is very serious. Is the fact that the political class do not have the trust of the Nigerian people.
That's it.
You and me know that.
I agree with that.
Yes. Now, asking the National Assembly to convoke, you know, or to have an arrangement, maybe with the legal team, with the Nigerian Bar Association, probably, and then see how we can review the constitution. Do you think that the teeming population of Nigerians, especially the youth group that cover about 68% of the entire population, do you think that they will be happy with this? Do you think they will see themselves fulfilled, you know, in this arrangement?
My brother, I want us to look at this thing critically. I think we shouldn't be self-centered in discussing this thing. We should look at it the way it is. It is not about what I think or what I feel or what I want as a person or as a community, even though that is what is supposed to be written as a document that will guide our governance. Okay. But as it is right now, we are talking of constitution and constitutional amendment. And we are also talking about what the document says and what the law of Nigeria says. And I'm only trying to look at the possibility of us having an arrangement that will give room for that. Okay. You understand? That is what I am saying. And I'm also not just saying that the lawyers and the members of National Assembly should come together. I said the lawyers can play around it in the sense that they can look at the document, look at the arrangement that I am possibly suggesting now, and see how they can key in and do the bar language that will provide a soft landing for Nigerians to come as a group and discuss this very issue. No, I'm not discussing, I'm not advocating for, but it cannot be a backdoor.
It's a backdoor.
No, it is not.
Let us have an inclusive conversation.
Did you understand?
The Southern and Middle Belt Forum advocating
we don't have anything Middle Belt Forum, please.
We don't have anything Northern Forum too that you are advocating
for. No.
Okay, hold on.
By political arrangement, we have 6 geopolitical zones. Please be fair in this discussion and in your submission. Do you have anything by the 6 geopolitical zones that we have geopolitical? That is why it is geopolitical. It is not constitutional.
I'll take your response I'll take your response to that position, but we need to take a break right now. Okay. And when we return, the conversation continues. All right, viewers, do stay with us. The conversation is getting steaming hot. Please stay with us. We'll need to take this break. When we come back, the conversation continues. Welcome back to the Policy Reaching Live from Competent Television. I've been in the studio with Dr. Awal Abdullahi Aliyu, and we are looking at national integration. I've also been in the studio with Desmond Joyce Nato, who is a good governance advocate. And just before we went on that break, Dr. Awal was given a position trying to tell us about the Middle Belt Forum that you mentioned about, and Joyce was going to react to it.
Before she reacts, let me make it clear, because it seems as if Joyce didn't really understand.
I understand.
I don't think so, Joyce.
No, I understand, but you need to understand that there is nothing like Ohaneze in the Constitution.
I'm not talking about Ohaneze here.
But they speak for the East. There's nothing like Afenifere in the Constitution, but they speak for the South. So if there's nothing like Middle Belt in the Constitution, they still have the right to organize a forum within the states in the North Central and speak for the North Central and call themselves.
Do you have a Southeast in the Constitution? Do you have Southwest in the Constitution?
We do have.
No, it's not in the Constitution.
No,
it is a geopolitical arrangement by late General Sani Abacha. It was a geopolitical. He only did acceptable. That it has been accepted by Nigerians.
Yeah, so
but constitutionally, it is not there, and that is why it is called geopolitical. Geopolitical. It is not constitutional, and as far as it remains geopolitical, we have North Central. There is nothing like Middle Belt. Middle Belt is a creation of very few people, maybe 5, 6, 7, 10 people that are coming to say they are the ones creating this name Middle Belt. And the other state that you call the Middle Belt, in case you don't know the state of Middle Belt, let me tell you the state that constitutes what they are calling Middle Belt, but that is not central. You have Kogi, you have Nasarawa, you have Kwara, you have Plateau, you have Taraba. You understand? And Benue. These are the states that those few people that are coming from this state that are calling middle belt. There's no middle belt. We have North Central.
No, I'm saying, sir, that it does not matter if some group of people in Kogi, in Benue, in Plateau come together and say we are forming a group under what name that speak for the interest of the North Central, and then they come in the news and say this so and so group agitated for something like this, and you're not going to say it is unconstitutional.
No, I'm not saying these people are coming from these very states. Try to understand, please. Some group of people from the North Central constitute themselves and call it middle belt. They are not all the states in the North Central are not even represented in that their committee. In those people that are welcome.
They are welcome. Nobody is saying they cannot be involved in the group.
Discard the name middle belt and use the name North Central.
Television. I am not going to stay on Competent Television and discard the name.
You need to, because it is not recognized by any authority.
It's not recognized in the Constitution, but they speak for the South.
Let's move on.
So
we are not talking. You are talking of socio-cultural organization.
Then we can
please, Joyce, understand the differences between socio-cultural organization.
If
you are talking of socio-cultural organization,
we cannot have a socio-political organization. Is there any law that said that you cannot have a socio-political organization?
There's differences between socio-cultural organization and a geopolitical arrangement. Please try.
No, we are not saying
you are trying to mix it up.
I'm not trying to mix it. What you are
referring to
invalidating. No, you are invalidating their point.
Is a socio-cultural organization. The Arewa Consultative Forum is a socio-cultural organization. The Afenifere is a socio-cultural organization. Those are socio-cultural organizations. But these guys are not talking about socio-cultural organization. What they are doing is they are disagreeing with the geopolitical name North Central and changing it to middle. Okay, I'm telling you now if you don't know.
No, that's not true. Okay. It is not a forum that is organized to change the name of North Central.
That is just what they did.
No, but that's not what they did. If they come together and call
themselves... Where are you from, please?
No, it does not matter, but I will just let you know that I'm from Benue, even though it does not matter.
I guess that is why you are myself.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Now, all of these arguments, exist, and these are some of the issues that we are looking at, addressing, especially with the new constitution review that's going on and all that. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to touch that. But let's move quickly because we are moving into 2023, and the political season is becoming intense. Now, from the southern and middle belt forum,
North Central.
Well, I didn't name them.
It is not. It is a middle belt forum. We did not give them the name.
That's not my own jurisdiction to name them. I'm just telling you. Yes, one of the suggestions they said is that 2023 presidency should actually be restricted to the south, either southeast or southwest, or I want to get what's your position on that decision?
As far as I am concerned, the 2023 presidency shouldn't be determined by regional, tribal, ethnical or religious sentiment. It should be determined by patriotism, by nationalistic thinking, by the love for the people, by the love for Nigeria, by the qualification, the enthusiasm, the will, the zeal, the determination to move the country forward. Those that will have the people at heart, those that truly love Nigeria, those that really want to see Nigeria progress, those that will come and change the psyche, the thinking, the perception, and move the country to where it's supposed to be. This is what I think should be the part of the discussion of who becomes the next Nigeria's president in 2023. Not talking about region, not talking about religion, not talking about ethnicity, not talking about any other thing. This is what should constitute who becomes the next president. For as long as our thinking, our psyche, our feelings continue to go towards it has to be rotational presidency, we will never get the best. As far as I'm concerned, it can be the most smallest tribe of Nigeria. If someone from there is qualified, he has these qualities, and he's been brought up to lead this country, I will vote for him, I will campaign for him. But I will never go with the agitation of regional, religion, ethnic or something. That will never unite Nigerians. I am a Nigerian. I am from the north, a typical northerner, a typical Nigerian who believe in Nigeria, who believe in the existence of Nigeria. So I don't believe in rotation or regional or It should be Nigerian thing. And that was why when this issue of, what do you call it, the issue of rotational presidency or this restructuring, why I'm disagreeing with restructuring and rotational presidency is because as a Nigerian, I don't believe rotational presidency will bring the required or the needed unity or development in Nigeria. Because if you check, today President Muhammadu Buhari is the president of Nigeria, and the clamor and the language that has been spoken always is he's been having a lopsided appointment. The development is not going to other region. But if you ask me as a typical northerner who is coming from Kaduna, I will tell you that the South and the Southeast is benefiting more of Buhari's administration than we are benefiting in the North. Check in the infrastructural development of President Muhammadu Buhari today. 70% of the infrastructural development is in the Southwest, South, and the Southeast than it is in the North. But so what are we talking about? And that was why when you are talking about these people agitating for separation, I said the North is ready for separation. We are ready to go. What do we really need? In fact, if you ask me, I will tell you, looking at the arrangement, the structural arrangement of northern Nigeria today, if the North is not part of the other countries, if today we separated, the North will be far better than it is today. Because why? What are we talking about? The other regions are talking about power control or control of resources. It is the major resources we are talking about today is oil. It has been discovered in the Lake Chad Basin. That is first greater in quality than the one we have in the other part of Nigeria. Two, it is greater in quantity. The one we have in the other part of Nigeria will be finishing in 15 years. The one that has just been discovered, if harnessed, will last 75 years. So what do we really need? We have a deposit of gold in Birnongwari that is more than the one we are having in South Africa and in Ghana. We have another deposit of gold in Zamfara. That is why you have the bandit in Zamfara. That is why you have those bandits in Birnongwari. Why are we having the Boko Haram, so much Boko Haram problem? It's because of the oil that has been discovered. It is in the Lake Chad Basin. And that was why you see they will never want to have peace in that area, because once you have, the North is going to develop more than you think. And don't forget, even the oil itself that was discovered, first it was researched, discovered, developed by the northern Sweat. It was the granite pyramid, the cotton of North, and part of the cocoa of the Southwest that was used to develop the oil in the North, in the other region of Nigeria. And also, as at the time from the independence till the time the oil was discovered, you realize that the economic power of Nigeria was northern Nigeria. We were the economic power, we were the economic heart. That was why everything, even the education that the southerners and the easterners had, it was from the resources of the North that they were sponsored to go to school and get the education they are having today. So if today, it is not debatable. It is there. If you don't know, I'm telling you, maybe you don't have knowledge of it. I am just telling you.
Now is, no, Doctor, let me just,
let me conclude on this, because I don't want you to interfere with this until I am done with it. So that is why we said the North today is ready for separation, if you call for separation, because if we are separated today, I am telling you, we will grow bigger, we will grow better, we will grow stronger, and we will have better infrastructural development. And in any case, with due respect to other regions, I'm not trying to look down on it, but political administration of Nigeria relies in North. It is only a northerner that you will give leadership, that he will be fair enough to carry everybody along. Obviously. Go to other offices, from ministries to department to agencies. Ministry, department, and agencies, go there where you have a tribe that is not a northerner, that is a leader. You find out 90% of people in that ministry, department, or agency will be members of his tribe. Go and check. But if you find a typical northerner that is situated in an office, you will find a mixed Nigerians in that office. And that is the way it is, and that's the way it has always been. So we, like in the past, Sardauna, Zeke and Awolowo said, let's forget our differences. When they were discussing with Sardauna, he said, no, let us not forget our differences. Let us discuss our differences, because that is what will guide us towards how best we can lead this nation. This is a northerner for you. So today, if you said the North, people calling for, agitating for separation, people calling for disintegration, people calling for restructuring, the North is fully prepared. The North is fully ready for either you call it separation or disintegration or what or restructuring. We are strong enough to stand on our feet. And please, mind you one thing before you cut me. If that is going to happen, because we are northerners and everything that has been harnessed in Nigeria has been harnessed with northern economic power before the discovery of oil. If Nigeria is going either way today, northern Nigeria will answer the name Nigeria, because we are true Nigerians. We believe in Nigeria. We believe in the existence of Nigeria. While you are going to have Oduduwa Republic, the others are going to have Biafra, we in the north will answer the name Nigeria. We will not change our name. We will continue to exist as Nigeria and Nigerians. I am telling you, and we will be better for it. So we are ready for it. And then if you call for restructuring, power shift, if we all agree to continue to live as Nigerians, fine, we are also ready. And we are not saying that we must be the ones that will continue to rule. We will allow it, but let it be on that basis of credibility.
Yes, I'm going to move back to Joyce, but I need you to answer this. Now, you have mentioned that the North is ready. And
yes, we are ready.
You sound convincing enough. But President Muhammadu Buhari, does he share this ideology with you?
President Muhammadu Buhari is not. President Muhammadu Buhari is just one person out of so many million northerners. And then President Muhammadu Buhari will not be the one to determine whether the North is ready or not. No, it is the northerners that will determine and decide and agree whether the North is ready to leave if we are going to part ways or not. So please, President Muhammadu Buhari is just an individual. He's only privileged and opportune by God to become the president and commander-in-chief of Nigeria out of so many northerners. You understand? So he's not the one that will decide or determine whether North is ready to go its way or not. It is we, the northerners, that are taking that decision. It is we, the northerners, that have convinced ourselves based on the fact that it's on ground that we are ready to go. And I will tell you one thing. If you separate, the North will remain as a block. Yes, I hear some people say that, like the ones that are calling Middle Belt. I am telling you, even in that, you have only 2 or 3 states out of the 6 states that will be doing that. And even among them, there will be separation. So the North will go as a block. But if you give power, if you separate today, first, if you have a Biafra Republic, the Biafra will not stand, because already Niger Deltans are saying we are not going with you. And even in Biafra, if you had the Biafra itself, you find out that out of the state of Biafra, an Imo man will never allow an Abia man to become the president. He will feel it's an inferior Igbo. The same thing with an Enugu man. He will never allow an Ibonyi man to become the president. He will feel as he is an inferior. Same goes to the Yoruba part. Today in the southwest, you have the Ogoho faction, you have the Gani Adams faction. You have those, even among the governors, that are supporting and sponsoring Ogoho. Even among the governors, you have those that are supporting and sponsoring Gani Adams. So even if you do Oduduwa Republic, it will not last 6 months. It will separate again. But the North will remain as a block, will continue to move as a block. Yes, you could have some teething problems if that eventually happens from the minority, because we have a lot of tribes within the North. So you have here and there some challenges, but it is surmountable. It is something that will cross over and will move on. Though we are not praying for that separation, because we as northerners believe, like I said, we believe in Nigeria and will continue to live and exist as Nigeria. So we will not want to hear anything separation. In the past, North has always tried to avoid this word separation or disintegration. But now we are saying we are ready. Let's do it. Let's go for it. If that is what Nigerians are looking for. But if we are ready to live together, the North is so humble. You can check the humility that we are having. Our people are being killed across the regions, but we refuse to retaliate. Why? Because we believe in peace. We are peacemakers. We believe in peace. We are leaders. We believe in bringing the children, members of the family together to say, no, please, take it easy. Don't retaliate. We are Nigerians. It is something that will not last long. It will come and pass. Just take it easy. We will forgive them. This is a true North and true Northerner for you, and that is why we call ourselves true Nigerians.
Impeccable analysis.
United States, they call it United States because you have 50-something states coming together. California alone, the state of California alone is larger than Nigeria as a whole.
Absolutely.
California alone. So California can be a nation of its own. Not to talk of other over 50 states that are coming to form the United States of America. Don't forget, you as Benga today, if you go to America tomorrow and you are given a resident permit or not resident citizenship, you can become the next president of America. America don't care who becomes president. What it cares about is what do you have to offer to America to make America great. That is my thinking. That is my mission. That is my vision. That is what I am looking at.
Countries develop the same style. All countries have their way of developing.
My sister, you have to do it when you have to do it. If we begin to sit back and begin to think like a tribalist, a religionist, or a regionalist, we will never get anywhere.
No, sir, but can you endorse everything that America is doing? You cannot, because all countries
we borrowed the presidential system of government from America. It is America that is practicing presidential system, isn't it?
Yes, but it is not compulsory that the presidential system brings development.
Please ask the question so that I can deal with it.
Nigerians have said, many Nigerians, you know, maybe not in the National Assembly, but we've even had sitting governors, you know, endorse the 1963 kind of constitution that takes us back to the regional arrangements, where in each region they can develop at their own pace, you know, they can determine, you know, control their resources, like we mentioned earlier, and then contribute a little to the central, which we, you know, and they have regional representatives, or they decide whatever form of government they want to run within those regions. Do you agree, or do you think?
Absolutely, yes. I have written things like that in the past, because that is why I said the North is ready. When we say the North is ready for separation or restructuring or whatever you are thinking of, it's because we are ready for it. You understand? And asking this question, let me go a little bit back to what she said, that we are done using you, so we don't need you anymore. Before I said what I said, I quoted, and I repeat myself. The oil that is being used as major source of revenue in Nigeria today is researched, discovered, developed by the northern resources.
Debatable, and I said it was.
You understand?
Debatable.
It was researched, developed, researched, developed by the northern resources. So if that is the issue, then where is the word of using and dumping? When what you are claiming today you got from me, I use my money to develop you to be who you are.
That is not true.
And by the grace of God, I come to discover more of what I use my own money to develop on you, that I even have it more than you have it. And I'm saying that, okay, I also have this. Let's work as a team, as Nigeria, and let's move Nigeria forward. I am not saying it belongs to me alone. I am saying it belongs to Nigeria. Let's harness it as Nigerians. But you are saying, no, you don't want to be part of Nigeria. You want your resources because you have it already. Everybody is saying so.
It is one Nnamdi Kanu in London or wherever he is. Nobody in the
Let me ask you something, Joyce.
No Eastern group is actually agitating for secession.
Let me ask you.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
You can ask me.
Is Nnamdi Kanu the one killing other people in the southeast today?
We have we have Fulani militias, we have banditry, we have ESN that I do not agree with.
Oh, you do not agree with the ESN?
I do not.
But you agree with the Fulani bandits?
No, I do not agree that they do not exist. I do not agree with their activities.
Oh, you do not agree? But you know they are there and they are killing.
No, I know they are there and they are killing.
Their commanders that were arrested said Nnamdi Kanu gave them the instruction. Then how could you be so naive for somebody to be in somewhere, wherever he is, seeing him with his girlfriends, kissing them in swimming pool and everything, and is there giving you directives that you should go and kill some group of people, and you are killing, and the commanders are the ones saying it.
So
it is all over the video.
Issue. I think the main issue is actually blaming the innocent people, that they are agitating
Who
for
are the innocent? Please, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. I challenge the Easterners completely, who has come out to condemn before.
We have Umahi. Don't forget, we have Umahi who has been consistent.
You've not allowed me landed.
No, we have not had one Eastern governor that has come out to agitate for Biafra. We've not had one.
Then how many of them have condemned it?
No, almost all of them have condemned the insecurity.
They call them unknown gunmen. Who is an unknown gunman?
Please hold on. Now, the purpose of this show is to be able to create solutions to the existing problem of Nigeria. That is, we determine the way forward. You know, we look at our challenges and then we are able to say, okay, this and this is what we need to do. So, Dr. Awa, what is your solution? Now we have constitution review in motion, and we are expecting. Okay, what do you expect from the ongoing process that will lead to the review or discarding of the Nigerian 1999 Constitution?
Honestly, I will tell you that it is not that I am happy or comfortable with the Nigerian 1999 Constitution. No, I am not. I'm only saying that there's a document that says this is the way Nigeria should go. We should obey that document. It is not being put by me. It is put by some group of Nigerians. You understand? And if you like, people calling for the amendment and what have you are part and parcel of this document. In fact, they were the heads of the arrangement of how this document come about. But that is, by the way, now we are talking of way forward. The way forward is, I agree that we should look at the 1999 Constitution, let it reflect the needs, the wants of Nigerians. We are Nigerians. This is a document that is supposed to guide how we live our lives as people. I agree that that document needed to be tampered with. But my saying is, if it must be tampered with, then it should be tampered with in the most proper manner. It must be tampered with constitutionally and legally, so that we will not have issues later. That was why I'm bringing that solution of saying, let the National Assembly or the executive approach the National Assembly, because it's their constitutional right to do it. Approach them, discuss with them. Okay, we agree it is your constitutional right, but we are Nigerians, and this document is for Nigerians, and you are representing Nigerians. Okay, come up with a committee that you already have. Let's agree that that committee will look at this document as it is already looking at it. Then we are also assembling some Nigerians to come. You can jointly work. You are representative of the people. You are part of that thing. You co-chair that body, and then let other Nigerians come. And if those Nigerians are coming, it shouldn't be that the governors will be the ones that will decide who will represent who. No, or the local government chairman. It should come from the community. Let the community do nominate or elect. Or elect, because in most cases we're in a democratic dispensation. Even when you ask a community leader to nominate, he may end up nominating his son or his wife or his girlfriend. You understand? So instead of that, let the community come together and elect. Let there be proper election of who represent. Then the community will do an election, bring up somebody, and let it go round. By so doing, you find out every tribe will be represented. Every region will be represented. Every section will be represented. The civil society will be represented. The women groups will be represented. The youth groups will be represented. The business community will be represented. You understand? The religious bodies will be represented. The politicians are already represented because you have the members of the National Assembly there. So when you do that, you bring every Nigerian and sit. And let us look at ourselves in the eye and tell ourselves the blatant truth about Nigeria and how Nigeria should go. Yes, you will have a lot of hues and cries, fight. In fact, there will be a lot of exchange of blows. I can visualize it even right now. But let it happen for as long as that will be or will provide the solution to Nigeria. Let it be so. At the end of the day, one thing I'm saying, and I hope it will not happen, is that rotational presidency thing, because it will not unite Nigeria. It will continue to destroy Nigeria. Let us arrive at credibility, competency, patriotism, nationalistic thinking, love for the country, love for the people, the wish for the country to grow further. That should constitute who becomes the next Nigeria's president, not regional, tribal, ethnical, or any other thing.
I get your message.
Thank you.